It's the end of the week, and Miss Dudley calls both Mum and Dad to school to discuss how things will carry on without her.
I'm nervous about their reaction because I don't feel like I can gauge either of them fully, and I think that they'll listen to what I have to say, but I'm not quite sure that they will fully take that on. And I'm apprehensive about that because I want this to continue for Loretta. Hiya. Nice to see you.
It's the first time Loretta's parents have sat down together face to face in over a year.
I think that the change in Loretta this week that I've seen is massive.
In your opinion, what do you think has sparked this bad behaviour in Loretta?
She just gets mixed messages. She gets one message from school, one message from you, one message from you, and I think that as a kid you can't cope with that kind of inconsistency. I think it would help just to have this routine.
Wouldn't hurt, would it?
It does actually make life easier anyway for everybody.
This has to be kept reinforced in both houses to help her so that her behaviour in school is better and her behaviour at home is better.
I said weeks ago to Mick that whether we like it or not, we've got to have a relationship together for the children. We need to be saying the same thing to the children, for the children's sake. But I have trouble talking to Mick because I get a frosty reaction, which I've had today. And that's why I'm struggling. Have you not noticed that there was like a 6-foot gap between us when he sat down?
What's that got to do with the kids?
It's not. It's just about your reaction to me when I'm trying to talk to you about the children.
So what's next? What do you want to do with this or not?
I'll be back in a minute, Karen, okay?
It's not what I wanted the conversation to be about, because as far as I'm concerned, the relationship that you and Karen need to have is that you're consistent with Loretta and she's consistent with Loretta. I appreciate that you came in today because I know that it's important to you.
After talking to Miss Dudley, Dad decides to continue with the parents' meeting.
I appreciate that this is really difficult, being here in the same room. That in itself is a massive thing, that both of you are here to talk about Loretta. What we need to do is just have this mass consistency for her,
Agreed, yeah.
and hopefully that, there'll be fewer and fewer issues for you as parents to have to deal with.
So if we agree, just to, when we have to talk about the kids, we just talk civilly and adult.
That's fine.
Interests, Loretta's interests at heart. We need to swallow whatever we've, we've got pent up, what have you, and get Loretta sorted and on track.
I agree.
Yeah? Okay. Good.
Having set aside their differences, Loretta is called in.
What we've been talking about in here is you and how proud we are of you. And what we've agreed is that Mum will put in 100% at home to stick to those routine and rules, and Dad will put it in at his, and we will do that in school. What's happened this week that you want to keep up?
Like the routine and stuff.
Is it helping? It's helping at school, it's helping at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what we've also agreed is that it's a fresh start today and it's a clean slate. Any bad behaviour that you had, that's it, wiped clean, gone.
That won't happen.
Why don't you think that?
Because I know what Mum's like.
You've agreed to that, haven't you?
Yeah, but she does that, she won't.
Oh, she will.
No, she won't, Dad. You know what she's like as well, she won't.
You know, this clean slate, everything new, wiped off, that's for you, that has to apply for you as well. So you have to have a clean slate with Mum.
If we can just forget all about the bad things, yeah?
If I do it, Mum has to do it as well. And you have to do it. You can't just say you're going to do it and don't do it.
So this is something that you have to work at, and you've been working at it brilliantly this week. I'm really proud of the effort you've put in.
You're not going to have to work very hard at it because you being a nice person is a natural thing for you anyway. You're not naturally nasty, are you? Yeah?
I wanted to tell you that this is more important than I thought it was going to be. I've seen a different you. and I like it and I want it to stay. And that's why I'm choked up, because I've got to know you this week and I really like you.
I've enjoyed the week.
And what about your teaching?
I still want to be a teacher.
You've decided that you want to be a teacher now?
For a primary school one.
Loretta's made a career choice now. She's got a reason to come to school. There's a hunger there for something. When you lose that hunger, then you've lost. I'm so glad she's got it now.
Really proud of Loretta. She's happier, she's more confident. You're doing good, yeah? I'll come back in the room for Loretta's sake. But yeah, there's been a breakdown in communication. Me and Karen need to put a difference aside for the sake of Loretta.
I think it's already been a turning point. It's been a turning point for me, because if I can communicate with her dad, then that in itself's an achievement.
I've enjoyed it, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's worthwhile, all this work, to see that change in a student. I wish that every kid, if they needed a teacher in their home, I wish that they would have the opportunity to do it, because the change in Loretta this week is massive.
Will Miss Dudley's efforts have any lasting effect on Loretta's behaviour?
She's matured. She's wonderful. She can get herself ready in the morning without me keep bellowing at her. And she wants to be at school.
The days of Mum dragging Loretta out of bed in the mornings are long gone, and the house is now a tantrum-free zone.
I wanted her to have a sense of responsibility for herself, which she'd lost. So, yes, it's a big improvement.
At school, truanting, detentions and letters home are a thing of the past.
Loretta has been like a different student in the last 3 or 4 weeks. She is still putting in a huge amount of effort, and I'm really proud of her for that. You know, it wasn't just the week that I was there. She's still coming into school every day on time and really trying in her lessons, and I think everyone's seeing a big difference with her.
Miss Dudley and Loretta still see each other outside school to help keep her on track.
I think it's just made me realise that, you know, we are taught to think about what's going on with these kids at home and to think about what affects their learning and behaviour. It's just remembering that every single lesson as a teacher and, you know, appreciating what is going on for these kids. To tell you a secret, you've got me next year for technology. All year.
I just wish that every teacher and every child could have this opportunity. It's brought me and Loretta a lot closer together, and I think it's brought Karen and Loretta close together, because they've always had this thing of locking horns all the time.
You laugh more now.
You laugh more?
You laugh more.
Do I?
Yeah.
Because you don't stress me out as much, that's why.
Oh, thanks. So it's all down to me.
Before this happened, we were some trouble with the kids, so I didn't really phone Karen up about it. So she'd phone me up and we used to rant and rave to each other and nothing got solved. But since this, I think we all come down to the same level, and we both agreed that Loretta is the main reason for this, not me and her.
For a once troublesome pupil, having a teacher in the house has been a life-changing experience.
Before, like, I was really hot-headed and I got angry really quick, but now I've, like, controlled my anger more, and I'm like, apparently I'm a nicer person.
Angels watching over me with smiles upon their face, 'cause I have made it through this far in the
So that's one idea when sorting out tearaway teens. The other thing we do is ship them off for a week with the world's strictest parents. I say ship, it's usually a flight though. A brand new episode Monday night at 9. It's Janine's birthday next, and Ryan's got a surprise. Not a nice one though. Stay there for EastEnders.